We are living in the era of the dopamine hit. Last weekend, I was binge watching a show that runs commercials. During the commercial breaks, I would pick up my phone and I would start scrolling. When I caught myself doing this, I was so annoyed. I was literally consuming entertainment, simultaneously looking for more stimulation. Apparently, 30 seconds of silence was just too much for my brain. And if you're honest, you've probably done the exact same thing. We scroll, we swipe, we refresh, we chase the next hit. Neuroscience tells us that dopamine is not just released when we experience pleasure, but in anticipation of novelty. It is the brain's reward-seeking chemical. Social media platforms are engineered around this. Streaming platforms are engineered around this. Digital advertising ecosystems are engineered around this. A quick hit, a fast reward, immediate stimulation. Even the widely cited Microsoft research suggests that attention spans have dropped from 12 seconds to 8 seconds today. Whether the number is exact or not, the behavior is undeniable. We are conditioning ourselves to expect constant stimulation. And that made me think about my events. For years, many of the events I designed were structured as a series of dopamine spikes. The grand reveal, the signature cocktail, the surprise entertainment, high energy music, visual spectacle, wow moment layered on top of wow moment. They were all beautiful. They were impressive. They were really, really fun. But if I'm being truly honest, many of them were just a series of dopamine hits. And here's the problem with dopamine. It fades almost instantly. The neurological spike is short-lived. Dopamine drives excitement, not memory consolidation. What strengthens memory is emotional significance. Cognitive psychology shows that emotionally charged experiences activate the amygdala and strengthen long-term memory coding in the hippocampus. In simple terms, we remember what moves us, not just what stimulates us. So if you're spending 5 or 6 figures on an experience that produces stimulation without emotional anchoring, that's not a strategy. That's just an expensive party. And I've plenty of expensive parties. But everything changed for me when I stopped designing for reaction and started designing for emotion tied to purpose. No more theatrics, no more hype, no more manipulation. Emotion aligned with the reason the event exists. When emotion is engineered intentionally and ethically, you can measure its impact. Brand recall increases, retention improves, pipeline conversations accelerate, internal alignment strengthens. The difference between dopamine-driven design and emotionally engineered design is memory longevity. Dopamine grabs attention, emotion builds meaning, and meaning is what creates business impact. All of this research led to my next question. Is it ethical to actually engineer emotion? If we are intentionally designing for influence, where is that line between strategy and manipulation? And this is where purpose really matters. When emotion is anchored to a clear and honest purpose, it creates clarity, alignment, and connection. And when it's engineered only to drive reaction, it becomes extraction. That's the difference. If your entire event architecture is built on short-term stimulation, or you're optimizing for applause rather than impact, dopamine is useful. It's a tactic. But emotion is the true lever. And leverage, when aligned with purpose, is strategy. If you want your events to be remembered, to be respected, and to be resourced, you have to design behind that dopamine hit. You have to design for what lasts. If this resonates with you at all, grab the free guide in my comments below and we can keep this conversation going.